Hello everyone and welcome to my Week 7 Philadelphia Eagles bye-week report card prediction, whatever you want to call it, baby. I'll predict a couple games later on in my telecast. But, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. 2013 victory. Hey, we won, baby. We had 422 total yards last week. LeSean McCoy had 28 carries, 126 yards. Macklin had 5 receptions, 101 yards. D-Jack disappeared a little bit, but hey, what can you do? Big things we want to talk about real quick. Kirk Coleman, NFC Defensive Player of the Week. First time since 2008. Chris Clemens was the last one to win that award for the Eagles in that 40-46 shellacking of the Cowboys when we clinched a playoff spot. A 73-yard return for touchdown. The last defensive back to do that was B-Dog. So it's pretty good. He was one shy of Russ Kraft's 4 INTs, the record for the Philadelphia Eagles. Next 3 home games: Chicago Cowboys, Chicago Cardinals. Cowboys Sunday Night Football, I'll be there. Chicago Monday Night Football, somebody will be there. And Cardinals 1 o'clock. 3 home games in a row. It's just time to turn it around, guys. Real talk. It's time because they have a good chance. Real good chance. Hey, one thing I want to talk about too, life-saving trade. Guys talk about Jerome Harrison. Was an Eagle. Then he found a brain tumor. Thank God they found it. He went back to the Lions. The trade was voided. Ronnie Brown's back. It might have been awkward, but hey, Andy, I'm back. The reason they trade him is not because that ill-fated pass option thing he did. It's because he hasn't been running good. He averages 2.9 yards a carry. He hasn't been too good lately. So that's the reason they traded him. Hey, Rex Grossman, what happened last week? 4 INTs. Sucks for you, brother. Now John Beck's starting in your place. And the Redskins, I have a prediction there too about that game later, but we'll talk about that. Looks great. It looks good right now. We won. Thank God. It's been a month of losing, and we finally won. Overall, the Eagles right now are ranked probably like 19th, 18th in the league. I'm thinking. They haven't been too good. And what can you say? That was a great game last week. Got a little nervous at the end, but we scored 0 points in the fourth quarter. LeSean McCoy, oh yeah, he scored 6 consecutive touchdowns. He's the first running back since Ricky Walters to do that in 6 straight games, 1995. So that's pretty good. Macklin had 101 yards, like I said, and at least 5 catches each of the last 5 games. That's the longest streak of his career. 16-9 the Eagles record against the Redskins, including the 10 wins in the last 12 games. And 42 Redskins total rushing yards and 3 yards per carry. Wow. Eagles defense did show up last week, but we didn't score in the second half. That kind of scared me. Report card so far. I think that the Eagles are averaging 441 yards per game. They were like the first team ever to lose 3 games in a row and average 400 yards more. They're doing like impossible things, but the defense is blowing it for us. We have racked up 7,000 yards already in offense. Wow. Which our ground game is first in NFL. Would you ever think that too? Quarterback-wise, Michael Vick has shown a couple flashes of brilliance. That's why I give him a B. This is my report card for them. So offense, I give a B. Quarterbacks, I give a B. Because I have turnovers. Michael Vick. He needs to stop that. We stop the turnovers, we'll win a couple more games. Running backs, A. LeSean McCoy is 4th overall in rushing yards, 569 yards. Having a great season. Wide receivers, I give him a B. Macklin's been there. Just Sean Jackson. I think Macklin is 4th overall in receptions with 37. But that pair, Deshaun and Macklin, they look great. They went a long way from Torrance Small and Kevin Curtis and all them scrubs like Dante Stallworth. I saw him last week. Caught a ball. Long way. Offensive line, I give him a C. They need to protect Vic a little bit more. Defense, D+ at the most. Besides their defensive line that's racked up 18 sacks in 6 games, their defense sucks. Secondary's been subpar. Besides last week in 4 interceptions, the safeties were only a gleam of gleam of greatness that they had. Secondary, Rogers Cromartie had a little run-in with the team saying that he was playing a little lazy. They look a little lazy sometimes, not tackling correctly. But what can you do? You know, that's why I give the defense a D, linebackers a F. They have not been there. They've made one play, Jamar Chaney. That's it. You know, the interception in Buffalo. They haven't done shit. You know, so maybe 30 years of charm for LaShawn McCoy. He's on pace to break 1,500 yards. Wow. You know, he can break Wilbur Montgomery's record of whatchamacallit, 15-12. He's on pace for 15-17, LaShawn McCoy. So let's see how that goes. At the start, you know, 2003 we started 2-3, and we ended up 12-4. I don't expect that. Maybe a 10-6 that would be great. You know, 2 more losses this year. The Patriots and the Jets, maybe. I think they'll lose to, or they could lose to an NFC East opponent. You know what I mean? Nothing is far fetched here. Another thing too is, you know, the Eagles are 12-0 after the bye. Things I was looking at too is the Eagles have still not scored in the first possession this season. 8 times last year they did it. The Eagles are, you know, they had +2 turnover ratio last week, so that brings them to -8. LaShawn McCoy, what can you say about him? He's incredible. You know what I mean? He's turned the corner to average running back to a great running back. You know, in his only his 3rd year. So, you know what I mean? Thank God. You know, because he looks incredible. What else can you really say about the kid? The kid's working hard. You know, the kid wants to freaking win. You know, and the thing you want to look at too is we avoid disaster from a 2-4 heading to the bye than 1-5 because no team that started 1-5 has made the playoffs. We have Cowboys, Bears, and Cardinals, all home games, and all of them are have a losing record. So looks good, you know. Stop being a run finally. We have 42 yards we let up last week, so that's good. Interceptions finally too. You know, we have 4 interceptions, so that's pretty good too. And healing the sick. Everybody's getting better now in the bye. So things look great. You know, here's my predictions for this week. Bears and Bucks. Line is 1. I'm taking the Bucks underdog. Panthers and Skins 2.5. The underdog is the Skins. I'm taking the Panthers. Cam Newton and the Panthers. Titans and Texans. The line is 3. I'm taking the Titans, giving Texans 3. Lions and Falcons, 3.5 point favorite. The Lions are. I'm taking the Lions. And Chargers and Jets. Jets are underdog. I'm taking the Jets. Jets. 2 points. Getting 2 points. So I'm taking the Bucks, Panthers, Titans, Lions, and Jets. You guys pay attention to that. 5 games I picked. Kirk Coleman, like I said, NFC Player of the Week. That's great. NFC East matchups. Cowboys versus St. Louis. Please, St. Louis, beat the Cowboys. Washington versus Carolina. I already picked Carolina to beat Washington. That's 3-2 versus 1-5. Hopefully, Carolina Panthers can get their second win of the season. John Beck will be starting for the Redskins too. And the Giants have a bye at 4-2. So let's see how things go. Really, I just wanted to say a couple of things. Been in my report card for at the halfway point for us right now, our bye week. I bleed green, you bleed green. Let's go. You know, and guys, go pumpkin picking. Enjoy your week. I'll be here next Friday or Saturday for my prediction. Hey, I bleed green. Eagles. Woo!